Hello. Let's start our own furry convention in the UK.
Okay.
What should we call it?
A convention
Yeah.
for fuzzy people. Well, why don't we call it ConFuzzled?
And we can capitalise the F for no reason.
Yeah, I'm sure no one will get that wrong.
Oh, and we can get a mascot too.
That's not a bad idea, really. Something idiosyncratically British?
How about a fox?
No. We don't want to give people the wrong idea.
Okay.
How about a badger?
Oh, yes, of course. And we can call him Brock to be a clever reference to an archaic English term for badgers. Everyone will find it funny, and we won't need to explain it.
Fair enough. Let's get at least, say, 136 people to attend by spreading the news immediately on LiveJournal and Second Life.
Yes.
Good work.
Yes. Battery's died.
Behind main stage, it's 3 minutes until the opening ceremony begins. In front of the main stage, it's also 3 minutes until the opening ceremony begins. The only place where this isn't true is on a spaceship flying away from the Earth at nearly the speed of light, which is where Niall, one of ConFuzzled's directors, would rather be right now. Niall, a director of ConFuzzled, has been voluntarily placed in charge of making sure that the opening ceremony runs smoothly. His primary function is making sure that the chairman arrives on time for the convention to begin. Matt Lyon, the aforementioned chairman, has not arrived on time.
Oh, we're almost ready to go. Where the bloody hell's Matt? LFB?
Yeah, I've been looking for Bear.
While Niall has been looking for Matt, Matt in turn has been looking for Beer. Beer has been looking for ways to avoid both Matt and Niall. Beer will be doing this for most of the weekend.
Yeah, you remember in that meeting where he promised he'd actually come on stage for the opening ceremony this year, and speak to everyone instead of me?
Oh, I thought you do. Oh, Beck can't do it anymore. He's dealing with something in the security office.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you know who I am?
Well, excuses. But, okay, never mind. We'll just have to find someone to stand in for him.
I think we're ready to go now.
Okay.
Just after this video.
Which video?
This video here that Hunter's recording so he can edit it and make it look like it's live later on.
Sweet.
Cool.
Let's roll.
Let's go.
Bugger it, there's no one here. Come on, let's go. Can't hear him, there's no one here. Yeah, all right, okay. Making full use of your obnoxious noise permits, I see. So, how many of you actually thought that they were an April Fool's joke? Pretty much all of you. Nope, they're real. If you're a sponsor, you do have one of the obnoxious noise permits. However, you do have to read all of the clauses. They're very specific. So, is everyone having a good time so far? I don't know why we bother. Let's try again. Are you having a good time so far? Much better, thank you. So, now obviously you've seen Niall, you know me, you've heard of Bear. This is Brock. I would like to introduce you to the rest of the convention management team who lead everyone here and help organise this large event. So first of all, Niall, if you'd like to come up on stage. Round of applause for Niall, please. Niall is our finance director and basically says no a lot. Also, I'd like you to give a round of applause to Rizzo, who is our venue manager. And also to Delph, who's responsible for events, design, theming, the art show, and the dealer's den. And to Russet, who's responsible also for finance, purchasing, registration, and our guest of honor team. Attention. Yeah, thank you. To Crimson, responsible for welfare and convention operations. Nat Crallen, who's responsible for infrastructure, which includes the Fursuit Lounge and the stage technical services. He's also one of our paramedics. Yeah. Last but not least, Bungle, responsible for stores and logistics. Clean up this mess. I didn't leave it there. Everyone say, "Aww." You got some sympathy at least. So, unfortunately, as you heard, Bear can't be with us at the moment, but we have got a stand-in at the moment. So, if you would, Brock, could you just bring in our stand-in, Bear? Thank you.
You're a dead man.
Well, that makes it better, maybe. There you go.
Okay, you get to live.
There we go. Slightly slow on the cues, guys. Thank you. As much fun as all that silliness was, we do have a few announcements we've got to make, as per usual. We'll start with some of the exciting stuff. Do we like numbers, numbers, numbers? So, this year, we have a total of 1,645 registered attendees. So that's that's 194 more than last year. We also now have 560 sponsors. So, round of applause to the sponsors for that extra contribution to make this awesome. And we now have attendees representing 34 different countries around the world. So, I'd just like you to give a little bit of thanks to our registration team for processing through everyone in the last 2 days. They worked their socks off and they packed all 1,700 compacts in Wednesday. So, round of applause to them, please. So, also like to mention our guest of honor this year. So, you can meet both of them at the Meet the Guest of Honor panel, which is on Saturday at 11 in the morning. First of our guests of honor, that's Wolf. He's a fursuiter, an artist, charity fundraiser, dancer, and serious car enthusiast. I mean, don't get him started, please. Seriously. You can meet him at the Fursuiting 101 panel, which is Sunday at 10 a.m. Also at Fundraising and You, which is on Sunday at 2 p.m. And presumably at Motor Furs, but I didn't want to encourage that behavior. Our second guest of honor, Shay, a writer, director, and voice actor. All three of these skills he used for the Bitter Lake video production. He's also the voice of Spiky Wolf, the mascot for EF Prime. So you can meet him at his panel, The Power of Positive Thinking, on Sunday at 11 a.m. Also on his panel, Voice Acting for Beginners, Monday at 11 a.m. So round of applause to our guest of honor, please. So, and now our charity. So this year we've gone back to our original charity from way back in 2008, the Badger Trust. Now, back then, we raised £1,610 in our first year. 10 years later, can we do 10 times? Yes. More positivity. Can we do 10 times? Yes. I'll hold you to that. Sorry? So, now I have a few announcements about some events. So, we've got the Guardians of the Galaxy cinema trip on Tuesday. So those of you who are staying late departure and want something to do during the day, you can book tickets for that online still until Monday. The Agent November Escape Room, you can book that from outside ConOps while the games are running during the day. The art show is only open on Saturday this year, but with much later than normal closing bids starting from 9:30. So if you want to defend your claim on something you've bid in the silent auction, be in there 9:30 on Saturday. Also on Saturday, we have an extra room for the dealer's den, so we were way oversubscribed this year, which is amazing. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the hotel to build an extension, so we've got a bit of an overflow into the Arden room, unfortunately only on Saturday, but do check that out for some extra dealers in there. And keep an eye on our online schedule. So if you check out our Twitter or on the website, we've got a link to the online schedule. That is works on mobiles, on desktop PC, and that's got all the latest, if there are any schedule changes, but all the latest details for everything. So you can also build your own schedule, save it to your phone, get reminders for events, so it's really handy. So now I'd like to invite Rizzo to come back up on stage. He's got some venue bits and pieces to come and talk to you about. So exciting and important stuff. Yeah, you might want a microphone, might as well. It's a little warm.
Yes, thank you very much, Matt. It's always hard to do this bit because he gets all the fun stuff and now I get all the non-charisma stuff, yeah.
Tough.
So, yeah, 4th year back at the Hilton, and as always, I just want to extend their thank you to everyone. They're always happy to have us here. So let's just have another big round of applause for the Hilton. Thank you very much. They say thank you very much. So some additions to 2018. Obviously, we always take your feedback on board. So this year, the overflow breakfast, rather than being in the Monarch, is going to be in the Millers. The Boulevard is normal. We have got traffic light systems and information around the hotel as well to tell you when the sort of peak times are. So it gives you an idea when's a good time to come down for breakfast. We're also doing a grab-and-go breakfast. So obviously, with the weather being very nice, you might want to go and sit outside. So the grab points are right outside the Boulevard. You can grab a sandwich, grab a coffee on to go, and off you go. Same as last year, food order points around the lounge. So just approach one of the food order points, give them your table number, keep your receipt, and food shall come to thee. And similar again to last year, we've got the street food stalls in and around, dotted about. And in the evenings, there will be bacon rolls available. Woo! Very English. The cocktail bar this year. So the cocktail bar has moved now to where the Costa Coffee is. That is unique and specific just for the cocktails. The main bar, obviously, for beers and spirits. And then you've got the self-pour bars around as well. And as you've probably seen, we've got this big, exciting purity bar at the front. So if you're a big fan of real ales, I do strongly suggest you go and have a try. I did last night, and my head was a little worse than wise this morning. On the note of cocktails, though, obviously they're served in cocktail jugs. I know many of you are quite crazy and like to drink one to yourself. Fun times. But can you please make sure you return them when you're done, because obviously they do tend to go a little bit walkabouts to bedrooms. And talking about things going off to bedrooms, no. Luggage trolleys as well. If you do have a luggage trolley, please don't hog them. Obviously, there's only 4 and there's 1,700 of you. Now, unfortunately, I get to play the bad cop now. It's not fun. Yeah, I know. The Executive Lounge. Obviously, the Executive Lounge is there for people that have paid for the upgrade. It's a really wonderful feature to have. Unfortunately, people are actually abusing it at the moment. I will let you know that we have actually got CCTV footage of people abusing it. If you would like to identify yourselves, you've definitely got an opportunity to do so and come to meet us at the security room. Otherwise, we'll come and find you. Please, please don't go in and take bagfuls of Coke. Bad cop moment over. So I'll end on a high there. Corona Bar, that is new this year. Corona Bar is at the end of the boulevard. It's a lovely new bar on the balcony over the lake. You can get Corona cocktails as well. Again, very strong. Definitely do your head in. Now, yeah, I've got no charisma for this bit, so I'll go on to the boring but very serious announcements now. As you know, UK threat level has been increased given recent events. There will be, obviously, extra bag checks, etc. at the airports. So if you are getting international flights, take that into account that they're looking for suspicious packages. I know some of you know about that already, but on a serious note, give yourself a bit of extra time. Over the weekend as well, we have actually got 2 concerts on over in the arena. With that in mind, therefore, we expect to see extra personnel, and potentially some of them will obviously be carrying ammunitions and guns. Be wise. Please don't approach them if you're wearing a fursuit because your face is masked. If they approach you for a photo, great, but if you approach them, it might be the last time. So that's the boring stuff out of the way. Now, as you know, it's a very big year this year. It's our 10th year. Woo! Big celebration.
Rizzo, that was rubbish. I mean, they can do better. Again? They can do better.
I think it's our 10th year. Grand. Now, what better way could we celebrate the 10th year by revisiting one of the themes last year, the carnival, and bringing the carnival to ConFuzzled? On Sunday, in the staff car park out the back, we are going to have 2 funfair rides. Woo! Now, unfortunately, one of the rides was cancelled. So they did something and gave us an even better ride.
Hey!
Which I'm hoping you can see the craziness on the screens. No. Trust me, it's bigger, it's better, and it will spin you even faster than the one that we didn't have before. Now, why are we celebrating? Well, it's someone's birthday. And I think that special someone is somewhere in the crowd. Where's my friend Brock? Brock?
No, we genuinely can't see him because it's dark.
Yeah, actually, where's Brock?
There he is.
There's Brock.
Hey!
So
yeah, we weren't acting that time. Genuinely, when the lights are down, we can't see you at all. It's quite nice, actually. Turn them off. It's scary.
Oh, he's got to get his way through.
Yeah, I can't go any further because if I do, it'll make horrible squealing noise and everyone will hate me forever. Come on, Brock. There we go.
Let's give a round of applause for Brock. Now, there's something I'm forgetting, though. It's your birthday. What usually goes with a birthday? Raising the bids. How about a birthday cake for Mr. Brock?
If you want to come over.
Now, there's also something else missing. There's something missing. How about a special song? How about we all sing Brock a happy birthday? 3, 2, one. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brock. Happy birthday to you.
So, 3 cheers. Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray! Now, I bet you're all wondering what Brock's cake tastes like, don't you? I don't quite think there's enough there for all of you. No, Brock, we fixed this for you and we figured out a way you can share. We basically made enough cake that it was too much for you to eat. And again, I'm hoping, on the screens, probably not. We have actually got a gigantic birthday cake for Brock.
Nope.
They will be available on sale tomorrow. Suggested donation is £2, please, but anything more is contributed towards a charity. And if you'd like a picture of Brock with his birthday cake, immediately after the opening ceremony, he'll be available right outside the King's Suite. And that's it. Happy birthday, Brock. Louder, please. Happy birthday, Brock.
Bring them down the front. Go, shoot. Go on. So that was nice, wasn't it? So now, obviously, as you've heard, that's 10 years. That's quite a long time. And we only had 136 people at the first convention, so I can't do math on the fly, but 1,645 less 136 is quite a big number, right? So now we'd like to show you a little video which shows you the history of our little convention and how we got to where we are today. So roll the video.
This is the story of a silly little convention and the silly little people that made it happen. Back when everyone was younger and had hair and thought they knew so much better, there was a small group of dedicated friends with a mission. Their aim, despite all the best available advice at the time, was to bring a furry convention to the UK. Through thick and thin, mistakes and missteps, budgets and borrowing, they managed to attract 136 poor souls with more enthusiasm than sense to a youth hostel in Manchester. The first year was a learning experience for everyone involved, as running a convention came to them all about as naturally as acting does to a chairman. And the venue learned the hard way how much alcohol you all drink, as did all of their suppliers and the local supermarket. That silly little convention lasted 2 years in the youth hostel and moved on to the Britannia Country House Hotel. The electrics were borderline dangerous, the toilets overflowed, and convention operations were so much like a sauna they had to forcibly remove the finish furs. But the hotel staff were kind, welcoming, and attentive. And during the 2 years there, ConFuzzled's numbers had swelled to just one infuriating cancellation short of 500 attendees. Then ConFuzzled moved to the Hinkley Island Hotel in Leicester. And to this day, the con staff think fondly of the 2 years there. And for many of the regular attendees, it is the equivalent of Eurofluence's Ringberg Hotel. With renewed energy and purpose, ConFuzzled grew to 850 attendees. Sadly, the Hinkley Island had to be abandoned because it just wasn't hygienic to keep that many fursuiters in one small hotel. ConFuzzled moved to its current home, the Hilton Birmingham Metropole, a large convention-centric hotel with amazing transport links. And despite technically being a large convention for years already, the Hilton was where our friends learned what it truly meant to be a large con. Those 17 friends now number over 150. But at heart, ConFuzzled is still that little con by the canal, struggling to run events on time. However, those friends that have run this humble little convention over the years aren't the most important part of this story. All the effort they put in is for you, dear attendee. And without you, there would be no ConFuzzled at all. This is the convention built to entertain you, and why, year after year, ConFuzzled keeps coming back. You are the people that really make it all possible, and you are the ones that, in our 10th year, have an important task to perform. All you need to do is say 7 simple little words. So go ahead and say them with me now. We hereby declare ConFuzzled 2017 open.
Well, thank you, everyone. You've done that job wonderfully. And what a mess. Who did that? Oh, it stinks. So that's the story of how to go where we got where we are today. It's been an amazing journey, traveling that with the people who've been here since the first year, the people who joined us along the way, and everyone who's here with us today. It's been absolutely fantastic. But as the video said, and we will always say, this is about our attendees. We do this so that you have a great time. So for yourselves, give each other a great round of applause, please. Thank you. So, the convention is open. It's Friday night. It's the ConFuzzled nightclub. And therefore, it's time to party. I would therefore invite you, as many as you can, to join our first dance. DJ Blackwolf, I leave you in his capable paws. Thank you and good night!